Hello my fellow Tamrielites, welcome to the channel, or welcome back. ESO's Gold Road chapter will be dropping on June 3 from PC Mac and June 18 on console, and, as I'm sure you've heard, it will bring us the ability to custom craft spells via the Scribing system. The Scribing system is fantastic, a real game changer, and there are already great videos out there about how to use it. But today I'm going to tell you 5 things you need to know about Scribing right now, before Gold Road drops. Let's count them down. The 5th thing you need to know is that there's actually 2 new systems being introduced, Scribing and Skill Styling, and they aren't the same thing. Scribing is making new custom spells, and I'll get back to that in a bit. Skill Styling is the ability to change the color of spells you already have. Skill Styling is purely aesthetic, so I know it's going to sound lame to some people, but I am thrilled about it because I like customizing aesthetics to match my character theme. Here's how it works. You unlock skill styles through achievements or by finishing quests. Even before you unlock a skill style, however, you'll see it in your skills menu and you'll see what you need to do to unlock it. Once it is unlocked, you can select that skill style instead of the default option. It doesn't cost anything and there's no delay, so you can switch colors on the fly. That means in addition to being fantastic for people like me, who just want their skills to match a character's look, there's also a practical application. In Trials, healers and tanks can coordinate the colors if they wish, so everyone will be able to tell which healer is casting Warhorn or regeneration spells. I got skill styling and scribing confused when Gold Road was promoed, so if you did too, that's how they're different. The 4th thing you need to know about scribing involves its quest line, but I will not be including any spoilers here, no worries. I'm just going to say that if it's been a while since you've done the Mages Guild quest line, you might want to go through it again before Gold Road drops. When you do, pay special attention to all the information about Shalador's personal life outside the Mages Guild. In particular, there's a part of the Mages Guild quest where Sheogorath recreates scenes from the lives of Shalador and Velast, and all of the scenes from Shalador's past have a direct bearing on the entities involved in the Scribing quest. It isn't necessary to do the Mages Guild quest in order to understand the Scribing quest line, but it does give a lot of background and context for what you'll discover during the Scribing quests, so I highly recommend you revisit it before Scribing comes out. On a personal note, if I had to trust Sheogorath or Shalador, I'd go with Uncle Sheo every time. I've always felt the guy who invented the Labyrinthian just to kill off, test novice mages. That's a sketchy dude. Say whatever you like about Vanus Galarian, and there's plenty to say. That dude refers to himself in the 3rd person, that's never okay. But his approach to the guild was that knowledge and training should be available to all who seek it, and I'd rather follow that guy than Shaladorable.
Long story short, Shal, you can never read these books.
Curse you, mad god!
Boring! Be more imaginative, Shal. Like, curse you, mad god! May you become cheese eternally gnawed by skeevers! Unfortunately, I have no more time for constructive criticism. Do stay in touch.
That didn't have anything to do with this video, it just makes me giggle. Hit the like button if it amused you too. I'm sure Uncle Sheo would approve. Moving on to the 3rd thing. The 3rd thing you need to know about scribing once you dive into it is that you have a lot of help from the UI interface that you can lean on when you have questions. Zos did a good job of providing in-game resources. I already showed you the skills menu and how easy it is to see both what skill style options you have available and how to go about getting the new ones that aren't unlocked yet. However, we also have a new scribing tab in our skills menu, so let's flip over to that. Here are all of the available grimoires, and for the ones that are locked, you can see what you need to do to unlock them, although at this point they are all available for sale from the vendor in the Scalarium. As they come out in future patches, that might not still be true, but for now it is. Additionally, in the collections menu, you now have a tab for your skill styles, so you don't have to sort through the skills menu if you want an overview. Here too, it shows you which ones are not yet unlocked and what you need to do to open them. Last but not least, I always like to remind everyone that ESO has a solid tutorial and information section in the menus, and it's super useful with scribing. Here in a minute I'll be talking about how certain abilities are unlocked for your account at certain stages of the scribing quests, and you may be inclined to go research which quests go with which rewards, but there's no need. Just remember that the entire list is in your scribing tutorial, and you'll always be able to look up which quests will unlock the bit you're wanting. Also, after the scribing quests, you'll be told that some Mages Guild have extra scripts that you can find. The tutorial actually gives you a list of which guild halls to visit to find those scripts. And by the way, when you go to the guild halls, this is what you're looking for. The second most important thing you need to know about scribing is that you'll need to bring a lot of gold. A lot of gold. The scribing quest lines take place in a pocket environment called the Scalarium, which is similar to the Dragonguard Sanctum in Southern Elsewhere. As you go through the quest lines, each step unlocks certain vendors and functions inside the Scalarium. One of those vendors, for example, is the Scalarium's vendor for achievement furnishings. Once you're completely through all of the scribing quests, you'll have the ability to scribe spells, which are built from grimoires, scripts, and ink. You'll have the ability to purchase the spell grimoires you'll need from one of the Scalarium's vendors, as I mentioned earlier, but the grimoires aren't cheap. Most of them cost 45,000 gold each, and at least one costs 90,000 gold. All told, you'll eventually need a little under 600,000 gold to buy everything the vendor sells, and you'll want all those items probably sooner rather than later. So if you have a spare 600,000 gold on hand, bring it with you when you come to the Scalarium. And if you don't, you might want to start saving it up now so you'll have it by the time Gold Road hits. On a similar note, scripts will be available for sale in the Infinite Archive as well, so if you like to run the archive, you might want to start saving your archival fortunes currency for that. If this video has been useful to you so far, you should subscribe. I don't do well keeping to a release schedule, so subscribing gives you a better chance to catch my videos when they are finally released into the wild. Also, it does help the channel, and I very much appreciate the support. And lastly, the most important thing you need to know about scribing is that I recommend you jump into the scribing quests as soon as you can and stick with them until they're all completed. Here's the thing, the scribing quests are not short. They're great, and I enjoyed them, but there are 6 in total, and it took me a couple of nights to get through everything. So do not think you are going to walk into a mage's guild, interact with the scribing doohickey, and make yourself a spell 5 minutes after you log in. Because after all, MMO's gonna MMO. As you see how long it's going to take, you might be tempted to hit pause and head out to do some of the main quest. However, I am recommending, pretty strongly, that you do all of the scribing quests first thing before you go into the rest of the zone at all. But why, Zells? I hear you call out. Well, the reason is that in order to scribe a spell, you're going to need, as I've mentioned, a grimoire, 3 kinds of scripts, and a material component called luminous ink. Where do you get those things? Well, grimoires you can buy, yes, but scripts and ink are available from all over the world only after you have completed the scribing quests. It's a stepped process through the 6 quests. As you go through them, each quest unlocks the ability to collect scripts or ink as rewards from a different source. For example, as a reward for the second quest, you will unlock the ability to collect luminous ink as a rare drop from enemies that you kill. As a reward for another quest, you unlock the ability to collect luminous ink as a rare drop from harvesting crafting components. As a reward for another one of the quests, you unlock the ability to collect scripts as a rare reward from Fighters Guild daily reward bags and World Boss daily reward bags. Another quest unlocks the ability to collect scripts as a rare reward from Mages Guild daily reward bags and PvP rewards of the worthy. And so on, and so on. It's only after finishing the 6th and final quest that you get full access to the scribing altar and unlock the ability to collect the components you'll need from all available resources. So if you wait to do the scribing quest until after you've done the Gold Road quest, you'll be missing out on the chance to collect the components you'll need to be able to do scribing when you finally get to it. Even if you are just running around the zone killing random mobs, if you haven't done the scribing quest, you're missing out on the chance to collect the luminous inks you'll need. There's one more wrinkle. The first 2 quests have to be done in order, but the next 3 can be done in any order you wish. After you've done all of those, the 6th one will unlock for you to do. So remember that you do have the option to look into the tutorial section to see which quest will unlock the drops you want most and prioritize them that way. That will be especially important if you want to take a break from the Scalarium and, say, go do World Boss dailies for a while. The next obvious question is whether or not you have to do all of those quests with every character, and the answer is no, but they did give us the best of both worlds. The ability to collect inks and scripts is account-wide, so once one character earns those drops, you can get them with every character. If you want an alt to be able to scribe spells and not just get the drops, it's only necessary for that alt to complete the first 2 of the quests in order to get full access to the scribing altar. However, if you want to do the quests again, and you will because they are lovely, then you can continue. And that's my 5 things you need to know before Scribing comes out, but I'll leave you with one more as a bonus. If you, like me, enjoy reading Elder Scrolls lore books, look around the Scholarium as you go through the quests. Letters from the Mages Guild folks start to show up, and journals and the books stored in the Scholarium are from the First Era, so there's some real lore gems hidden on the shelves. It's a fun place. And that's it for today. I'm working on a longer video that will be out soonish, and toward the end of the month I will of course be uploading a video showcasing every single Gold Road reward, including all of the skill styles. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, may all your loots be leet.